All right, testing, testing, testing. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I like to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, His only begotten Son. Call Halay Like Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, who teach well. Wabarakathon to the hopeful elect. All right, and today through the Spirit, I want to go into a quick video. Going into this technology that Esau has, and there's been plenty of articles, plenty of information coming out on all these various things he's trying to use with the means of the AI, by means of like this nanotechnology, which he put that, we know in 2020, around 2021, he started putting that stabber inside of people, which that put these little bots inside of people. But now we see him transitioning over to where he wants to put that device inside your hand or your forehead, right? So people that are paraplegic or have all these various ailments, being able to walk again or see again or move again, you see via through their technology, right? Which we understand that really the Most High controls that. But you read right here, it's a little article. It says humans will be immortal by 2030 with the help of nanobots, former Google scientist claims. And this is not the only thing that's been saying this. They have there's plenty of plans of 2030, which they're trying to do. You see, trying to have that N-W-O, have this technology pushed out on everybody. You see, to where everybody is bowing down and ultimately worshiping the image of this beast. You see, the ideology and the worship of Esau Edom. You see, that's what he wants to be pushed out on the whole forefront of planet Earth. Everybody to look at him as if he's the Most High. I'm keeping you alive. I'm the one who controls your money. I'm the one who controls where you go or how much you can spend or what you can do, how long you live. Because I put that device inside of you, right? And that's where the world is transitioning to. Even with Elon Musk and his InLink. All right, but this is something that you've been hearing, the plan 2030. This 2030 has been spoken about a lot. You see, because they plan to really could be before that, but they're really working towards this universal basic income and ultimately putting this device inside of people, right? So I'm gonna get some precepts to prove this, man. Esau believes the technology makes him to be the Most High. It's 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition," right? And there's a particular spirit on planet Earth that's meant to be perverse to the Lord, right? That are meant to be the wicked, and that's the Edomites. These top banking families of Rothschilds, Oppenheimers, Rockefellers, they all descend from Edomites. You see, or in better words, little hats, right? We know who the little hats are over in the Middle East, right? Fighting over the land of the Gaza and all that. We know who those little hats are, right? But the top banking families, they descend from that lineage as well, okay? And they're the wicked, the man of sin, the people that comes in that perverse spirit, like the serpent. And we said a falling away first because there were 70 ADs happening. You see, where all Israel, they were going to get, the temple was going to be destroyed. It was going to go through major hell. And this was around that time. A lot of these letters Paul was writing and John the Revelator, they were right around the time of 70 AD. And then even before 70 AD, you had Nero persecuting believers. You see? So we had a big falling away. And then we had we fell away again when Esau came back into power. Right? But it says, verse 4, "Who opposed it and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worship, so that he as a God sitteth in the temple of the Heavenly Father, showing himself that he is the Heavenly Father," right? And that's what Esau has been doing. Every time he's ruled, tried to make himself into an idol. You see, trying to follow that same format that Nimrod did. You see, to be worshipped, right? And he even had Nebuchadnezzar making these images, and that's Esau's way. He wants to be worshipped as well. Put that device inside of you so you can look for him to everything. He can control your mind and different vibrations to make you act a certain way. The Most High controls everybody's heart, but he wants to take that position himself. You see, by means of his technology. Okay, that's the point I wanted to go into. He exalted and opposed himself above all that is called the Heavenly Father. That's also why you had that little hat. Okay, he said that it doesn't matter if the Lord floods the earth again, we'll be able to be prepared for it. So they think they're above the Most High, his power. All right, let's go here. This is Psalms chapter 14. Let me get verse 1 and 2. It says, the fool has said in his heart, there is no power. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. And that's Esau. Foolish to think that you can go against the Heavenly Father's power, right? You control when somebody lives or die. You see, I'm going to be the one that dictates weather and dictates, the state of everything. That's not the case. This is verse 2. It says, the Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek the Heavenly Father, right? Because we in this time period where faith is very slim. Nobody really believes in faith no more. When you come back down, verse 3, it says, they are all going aside. They are all together become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. All right. And that's ultimately what everybody's doing. Everybody's getting more conformed to the image of this world, not conforming to the image of the Heavenly Father, which he set up through Yahweh Shai and the doctrine and the scriptures. He has the men of the Lord publishing and proclaiming his message. People aren't conforming into that way. They're conforming into the ways of this world, the lust of the flesh, worshiping of Esau, idol worship, so on and so forth, man. You see? Let's go here. This is Psalms chapter 10. And we'll start at verse, look at the verse 4 verses. It says, why standest thou far off, O Yahweh Shai? Why hidest thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. You see, and that's what's happening right now. Persecution amongst the Israelites. That's who the poor is. You see? And this is all an attack on you Israelites, man. Even when they had that in 2021, when they brought out that device, they put that thing inside of people, that stabber. They were trying to mainly get you Israelites. And we already know what they were saying they were creating that for, to decrease the depop everybody. You see? Because they think they control, oh yeah, we're going to control how many spirits on the earth at this time and all that. They're all into that stuff, man. You see? Through his technology. And they also use CERN to try and commune with demons, which the Lord is above the demons. All right, it says Psalms 10 and 2, it says, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined, right? They got this ICD nuclear technology, the sword, right? And via through these blessings, they think they're able to ultimately, they're in the spirit of thinking they can ultimately just offset how powerful the Lord is. You see? This is the devil that we're dealing with right now. You see, he thinks he can offset prophecy and he can rule forever and live forever. He's never going to have to answer for all the stuff he's done in the past. That's not the case, though. It says, verse 3 says, for the wicked boasted of his harsh desires and blessed the covetous whom the Lord abhorred. Right? And wicked as Edomites are set up in top power positions. You see, and they're all covetous. You see, for you to want to have that much power to try and be like the Most High, that's covetous, man. And his harsh desires is to put that device inside of people and get the population to where everybody is under his control, which the Lord is not going to allow him to do it. That's what he wants to do. All right, it says, verse 4, it says, the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father is not in all his thoughts, right? And what does the Heavenly Father have to do with you putting that device inside everybody, right? Nothing, man. This is the last precept I got right here. Okay, this is the last one. All right, this last one I have right here. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. It says, let Satan get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to place that device inside of you, okay, and make you be his little make it to where he's Lord over you. You're his servant. I'm gonna put this all inside of you, which are all bound to slave to the master forever. I want to put this all inside of you and then make you belong to me instead of the Heavenly Father, man. So the elect are going to have that spirit to see and understand what's going on. And they're not going to love their lives unto the death and be willing to believe in the resurrection and believe in Yahweh's return, and they're not going to bow the knee to this devil. Okay. But this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to make everybody ultimately bow down to him as if he's the most high. Right. So that's the point I wanted to go into, Lord willing, quick lesson edified. I like to end it off by saying, call Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakapradash, the words to the apostles, elders, great millstone, room teach well. The next time, come out, Shalom.